As the whip I came in rock, and if you really wanna rock tonight, rock, and if you really wanna rock with me, yeah, rock, if you really wanna rock the streets of rock, if you really wanna rock, if you really wanna, if you really wanna, rock, and rock.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Attitude, and this has been going on since, not too long ago. Travis Killings and Eddie Roy instigated a brawl, and Travis Killings has been dying to get his hands on Eddie Roy after he cost him his match against Kobe Vincent. These two will be facing each other at Undeniable, as Travis Killings will take on both Eddie Roy and Kobe Vincent in a handicap match, but Travis Killings and Eddie Roy not wanting to wait to get their hands on each other. It's absolute pandemonium. What's Eddie Roy gonna do? Oh, going for a springboard crossbody, but missing the mark. Travis Killings managing to move out of the way. And that was Travis Killings doing. Oh, there's a clothesline. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been absolute chaos since before this broadcast started. We need to get some security out here to, separate these two. But it doesn't seem to be happening. And now, wait a minute. And now Eddie Roy getting driven to the announce table. And Travis Killings taking that palm of Eddie Roy, smashing his face right into the announce table. Again, a chaotic scene erupting. We're live here from the Dr. Pepper Arena. And wait a minute. Eddie Roy's flying out from under Travis Killings. Oh my God, Eddie Roy has a chair. And oh my gosh. Chair shot right to Travis Killings' head. Ladies and gentlemen, we're live from the Dr. Pepper Arena in Frisco, Texas. And I know that nobody was expecting this. This is just crazy. Where's security when you need them? But ladies and gentlemen, Travis Killings wanted to get his hands on Eddie Roy. And that's happening right now, but Eddie Roy is in complete control. We need to get some help out here before these two kill each other. And now Eddie Roy driving Travis Killings heading to the announce table. No, now Eddie Roy is about to take apart the announce table. But Travis Killings fighting back. Going for a clothesline, missing the mark. And there's another back suplex right next to the announce table. Ladies and gentlemen, I do not feel safe over here right now. But I have to stay here, do my job, and watch these two go at it. These two could not wait to get their hands on each other. Oh my gosh! Eddie Roy crossbody from the announce table. These two could not wait to get their hands on each other. You're seeing that eagerness taking place right here. Travis Killings sending Eddie Roy flying into the steel steps. Caught his shin right on the steel steps, and that has to hurt, ladies and gentlemen. But Travis Killings with the... Oh, there's a backbreaker. No way, Travis Killings sending Eddie Roy to the corner. What's he going to do now? And also, there's some thrust. Shoulder thrust into the corner. And alley-oop. Someone needs to wrap this up. And I think Travis Killings is going to do it with the TKO. TKO. And Eddie Roy is out like a light, ladies and gentlemen. Travis Killings has definitely gotten the message across that he is not playing around. He wants to take out Eddie Roy and Kobe Vincent in order to make his way back to DZW Championship contention. And I think he might have sent a message loud and clear as he's going into this handicap match at Undeniable. This absolute chaos to kick off Attitude, and God knows what else is going to happen. But Travis Killings has gotten the last word here tonight. Oh, wait a minute, Travis, watch your back. Watch your back. Wait a minute. Kobe Vincent. Kobe Vincent with a shoulder block. And that's a mean clothesline. Of course, Kobe Vincent erupting from nowhere. Kobe Vincent showing up right behind Travis Killings. And he does not seem to be playing around. Now kicking him right in the side of the head. Ladies and gentlemen, again, not your traditional opening to Attitude, but pandemonium is erupting between these two men. Kobe Vincent is just overpowering Travis Killings right now. Travis Killings is tired. Starting off Attitude with the brawl with Eddie Roy. And oh, wait a minute. Kobe Vincent, was he going for it? Oh my goodness, look at the strength. Ladies and gentlemen, we might have to get some help for Travis Killings. And wait a minute, Kobe Vincent going for a cyclone. He calls that the problem solver. This is the problem solver, and what is he going to do next? He's not done. Maybe he's going to hit another problem solver. And ladies and gentlemen, Kobe Vincent, contrary to my words earlier, has gotten the last laugh. Oh my goodness, what is going to happen at Undeniable when Travis Killings takes on not only Kobe Vincent, but Eddie Roy? Has Travis Killings possibly signed his death warrant by taking on both of these men at the same time? I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. We will find out. We need to get some help out here for Travis Killings immediately. This does not look good. Travis Killings, again, may have been off a little bit more than he can chew, but we will find out at Undeniable. Ladies and gentlemen, absolute pandemonium. This is absolute craziness. I don't even know what to say right now. This is just a really sickening display. Kobe Vincent always erupting out of nowhere, but wait, Kobe Vincent is exiting the ring, and wait, Eddie Roy is getting back in. Well, wait, ladies and gentlemen, what's going on here as we switch our view to the ring? You know, wait a minute, no, come on, no. Enough is enough. And of course, Eddie Roy trying to pick up the pieces. Now that Kobe Vincent has done the damage, Eddie Roy trying to pick up the pieces. Oh, there's a leg drop. And oh, wait. Oh, there's a super kick. Super kick catching Travis Killings square in the face. This is absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. As Kobe Vincent watches on, as Travis Killings is absolutely helpless, and there is nothing that can be done about this. And this is disgusting, just disgusting. Eddie Roy, of course, having to pick up the pieces from what Kobe Vincent, the damage that Kobe Vincent did to Travis Killings. And, oh, I cannot wait to see Travis Killings get his revenge against Kobe Vincent and Eddie Roy. Undeniable. If that's even going to happen, if he's even in the correct condition to fight both of these men. Ladies and gentlemen, this is absolute craziness. I don't know what to think. It's just, Travis Killings might have entered himself into a deadly situation. But ladies and gentlemen, we transition to the traditional broadcast of Attitude, as this is our go-home show to Undeniable. And ladies and gentlemen, allow me to tell you what we have in store for this edition of Attitude. We will have Colin Kennedy, Chris Bates, and Jacob Bates stepping up to take on the Skullcrushers and Alex Orion. Brian Moxley will be in action against Matt Shock. We will see tag team action as Leo North and Brad Frisco take on the Young Bloods in a #1 contenders match for the DZW tag team titles. Phoenix will take on Kenshin Takayashi, and in our main event, Sean Stevens and Michael Stone will team up to take on Lance Alaster and the DZW Champion, AJ Young. So ladies and gentlemen, again, we have a lot in store for you here tonight as we go into not only Undeniable, but Night of Flight. And we will make sure to announce the remaining participants for the Night of Flight tournament here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, in an interesting situation actually, Chris Bates and Colin Kennedy have officially become a tag team. No, thinking that two heads is better than one. Two heads are better than one. And they're looking for success as a tag team. They're looking for their first win as a tag team. This will be their second match as a tag team actually, as they took on Phoenix and Julius Jones, but because of the damage that was done to Chris Bates' leg, it was basically a foregone conclusion. But ladies and gentlemen, let's see if they will have success teaming up with the #1 contender for the DZW Heritage Championship, this man, Jacob Bass last week making a successful return, taking on and successfully defeating not only Josh Mason but Kenshin Takahashi as well. And this man is going into Undeniable with a shot for the Heritage Championship. And I know this man has to be happy. Coming off a very big return. And he's looking to add some gold around his waist to culminate this return. But let's see if he can have success with his tag team partners, Payne and Kennedy. But it's hard to have success when you're facing these two men. Absolute powerhouses, absolute machines, Cory Parker and Brian Payne. Cory Parker going off an unsuccessful match against Travis Killings. Cory Parker definitely fought hard and brought the brutality to Travis Killings, but at the end, just couldn't get the job done. But he's with his partner, Brian Payne. And I know Alex Orion has to be happy that he's teaming up with these men. It's the absolute power that erupts from both of these men is just insane. Ladies and gentlemen, it's surprising that these men haven't been in line for a DZW Tag Team title shot in a while. I mean, they made it to the finals of the DZW Tag Team title tournament, of course being unsuccessful. But if we're talking about success, I don't think any man has been more successful in DZW thus far than this man. Yes, the Heritage Champion, Alex Orion. An interesting thing to note about Alex Orion, I was looking in the DZW record books earlier. Alex Orion has yet to be pinned in Danger Zone Wrestling. He has not lost a match via pinfall or submission. The last time he lost a match was a Battle Royal, I believe. Actually, the Battle Royal for the DZW Championship was the last time that he lost a match. But in the DZW record books, Battle Royal losses do not count. But nonetheless, Alex Orion has been successful in DZW, and that Heritage title is proof of Alex Orion's success. Being the first ever Heritage Champion, he's already defended it successfully once. However, this title could be in jeopardy against Jacob Bass at Undeniable, and he might be kissing that title goodbye sooner than he thought he would be. Now Chris Page and Brian Payne going to start it off. Brian Payne, of course, with the power advantage, strength advantage. Now Brian Payne, what's Brian Payne going to do? Oh, butterfly lock. Oh wait, Brian Payne sending Chris Page into the corner, and this does not look good. Oh, Chris Page shoulder first into the corner. And oh wait a minute, it's an alley-oop. And Brian Payne with a clothesline in the corner, and this match has been all Brian Payne this far. And you have to wonder, is this going to pay dividends for the Skullcrushers and Alex Orion in the end? As Chris Page, I don't think, has mounted any offense thus far. There's a suplex. Now going for the cover. 1, 2, and Page out at 2. Oh, there's a spinning side kick from Chris Page. And now Brian Payne's being sent into the wrong corner. And there's a tag made to his new tag team partner, Colin Kennedy. Oh, there's a double elbow. But Colin Kennedy and Chris Page new to the tag team division. Hopefully they could be a successful tag team. But Brian Payne punching right at Colin Kennedy. And Colin Kennedy responding with a drop kick. Oh, there's a clothesline. Colin Kennedy got a little too complacent and Brian Payne made him pay. And there's some left hands. And ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a huge time for DZW. Night of Flight, a tournament to crown a first ever No Limits champion for Danger Zone Wrestling. And not only that, but we will have Undeniable as well, where we will see, well, wait a minute, Colin Kennedy flying at Cory Parker, missing the mark entirely. Well, actually, he made him call Cory Parker a little bit, but that did not bode well for Colin Kennedy at all. But as I was saying, Undeniable looks to be a huge card. We will see the Heritage Championship, the Tag Team titles, and the World title on the line. All three current championships in Danger Zone Wrestling will be on the line. And I'm getting word that J-Crack will be announcing more matches for Undeniable here tonight. And Colin Kennedy getting choked by Cory Parker in the corner. And Colin Kennedy is just getting beat up in the corner on the wrong side of the ring. He desperately needs to make a tag. And Cory Parker swinging side slam. There's a cover. 1, 2. Side slam doesn't get the job done as Cory Parker is broken up by Jacob Bates and Chris Page. And into the corner, what a body splash. As that is just about 300 pounds of mountain muscle. Just powering himself right onto you. And now Colin Kennedy is in deep trouble. Hasn't showed much life in this match thus far. Now what's Cory Parker going to do? Wait, go to the top rope. Wait, I haven't seen this with Cory Parker that often. There's an elbow drop. And the tag is made to the Heritage Champion. And now Alex Orion going immediately on the attack with a third elbow. And now Alex Orion with the snap slam. And now going for the cover on Colin Kennedy. And again, getting broken up. Colin Kennedy has been in trouble for most of this matchup. And now Alex Orion with the neck breaker, just adding on to the punishment. And now going for a maneuver, he's going for a surfboard stretch. And Colin Kennedy needs to make a tag soon, and this match may be over. Now Alex Orion going for a suplex. The Skullcrushers cheering him on. Oh, there's a fist drop. There's another fist drop. And fist drop number 3. And now Alex Orion. Oh, there's a knee right to the gut of Colin Kennedy. And Colin Kennedy, again, desperately needs to make a tag somewhere. But wait a minute, Colin Kennedy may have some life in him. That's an elbow. And on top rope, a beautiful crossbody from Colin Kennedy, and now making the tag. And oh, we're gonna get a preview of Undeniable right here as Jacob Bates and Alex Orion are just throwing punches at each other. Alex Orion is down, and oh, wait a minute, what's Jacob Bates doing? Oh, that's a standing power bomb. Going for the cover on the Heritage Champion. 1, 2. Alex Orion out at 2. There's an STO. Page and Kennedy cheering. Jacob Bates on. Oh, there's a spine buster. Rather unorthodox for a spine buster. There's a fist drop right to the gut of Alex Orion. Going for the cover again. Jacob Bates with impressive offense. And Alex Orion out yet again. Oh, but wait a minute. The Skullcrushers have grabbed hold of Jacob Bates. Oh, there's a knee straight to Jacob Bates, and the big man is down. No, wait a minute. Cory Parker, I think, might have grabbed that Alex Orion by accident. Wait, Alex Orion going for Jacob Bates, and there's an axe handle. Making the tag to Cory Parker. There's an STO. And Jacob Bates fighting back, and there's the right arm clothesline. Alex Orion with the punch that dazed Jacob Bates, but Jacob Bates still fighting back. And now wait, Jacob Bates going right after Alex Orion. Threw hands at Brian Payne, but he moved out of the way. And Jacob Bates is fighting back. Oh, it's a back body drop. And Jacob Bates is feeling it. Jacob Bates with some momentum for his team. Going right now. No, wait, what's Jacob Bates going to do? Oh, wait. Taste of his own medicine. As now Cory Parker's in the corner. With the chop. And Jacob Bates fighting. And oh, wait a minute. There's the air raid siren maneuver. What power. That is not easy to carry that man on your arms, on your shoulders, whatever the case is. But Jacob Bates is calling for the end here. Is he going to hit it? Oh my goodness. Ace in the hole. Going for the cover on Cory Parker. 1, 2. And Jacob Bates, Colin Kennedy, and Chris Page have taken the victory here tonight. Orion has to be fuming at this loss. But Jacob Bates has some momentum going into Undeniable. Chris Page and Colin Kennedy pick up their first victory as a tag team. What a match. What a six-man tag to open up the show in the traditional form, not brawls going on. Ladies and gentlemen, I am getting word that we have to cut to commercial break just shortly. So you see this image. Jacob Bates has the potential to become the Heritage Champion. And Chris Page and Colin Kennedy have the potential to become a great tag team.
Ladies, boys, I come bearing gifts for Undeniable. That's right, our CPV that's coming up this, I don't know when because CAW schedules are weird. Now, since I'm the head agent in charge, I'm gonna make a few matches for Undeniable. I'm gonna make this CPV amazing. Off the hook, off the chain, off something, because I don't know what other things to get off on. Now, one of the matches is going to be Josh Mason and Kishin Takayashi will go one-on-one on an exclusive version of Undeniable. Huh? You like that, right? Yeah. Fred Fortune will face a young man named Phoenix at Undeniable. Michael Stone and Lance Alaster will go one-on-one at Undeniable. And Brian Moxley will face Devin Storm, who has 2 V's for some reason, at Undeniable. And for the #1 contenderships for the tag team titles, the Fight Hard Syndicate will face the Youngbloods in a tag team match, because that's how it works for tag team titles, for contendership, all that stuff. Yeah. And I'm going to announce someone, because I just signed someone to DZW, someone that AJ Young couldn't sign at all. And I'm going to make that announcement. I'm going to reveal who it is at Undeniable. So, boys and girls, if I were you, watch Undeniable. Because I'll promise you, you're going to like it. And if you don't like it, then you hate black people. See ya.
What you are looking at in this ring right now is the magnificent mastermind, Carter Garrett. The man behind the supreme, the premier athlete, Julius Jones. You saw him win at Awaken against Colin Kennedy. You saw him a couple weeks ago with Phoenix destroy Chris Page and destroy Colin Kennedy again. And now you are going to see him live, because business is just about to pick up. So without further ado, I introduce you the premier athletes, Julius Jones. Thank you, Mr. Garrett, for that warm introduction. But, like you said, it's time for business to pick up. Lately, I haven't had competition. I made my successful debut on Click Review. I was the first ever web match in DZW history. I was so impressive that they had to upload a match from a live event onto YouTube just because I am that good. I was signed by the DZW Champion, AJ Young, personally. He flew out to meet me. He flew out to talk to me, the premier athlete, Julius Jones. I've taken over the world of college football, and although I was sidelined with an injury, I am in the world of professional wrestling now. I am a dual sport superstar. But because of that, I need to test myself against the very best. And lately, that hasn't been happening. Now, don't get me wrong. Colin Kennedy, he's a good chip off the old block. But he's not greatness like me. I need someone on my level. I need someone up to par with me. I need someone who's gonna actually put up a fight. The fact that I do not have a match at Undeniable is a shame. It is a real damn shame. But don't be alarmed, ladies and gents, because the premier athlete himself is out here to right that wrong. So I'm officially demanding competition. I am demanding a match at Undeniable. So if anyone out there wants to come and face me, anybody in the locker room, speak now or forever hold your peace.
Oh, wait a minute. Here comes Bison. Julius Jones told somebody to speak now, told the locker room to speak now, forever hold their peace. And I think Bison is going to speak on this. This is probably not what Julius Jones expected when it came to an open challenge. Looks like Bison is answering the call. And ladies and gentlemen, some big announcements made by J-Crack for Undeniable. And oh, here comes Bison. Ladies and gentlemen, Bison answering the call from Julius Jones. And Bison's grabbing a microphone. What is he going to say?
There's no competition in DZW? Did you just say that there's no competition in DZW? No, I thought that's what you just said. You come out here demanding competition, saying that the competition in DZW isn't great. First off, you've had 3 matches, and if I remember correctly, the last match that you had, you lost. But since you want to say the competition in DZW isn't great, how about you put your money where your mouth is and face me? Because what I'm basically trying to say here is, as far as Undeniable goes, challenge accepted.
And ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Another match confirmed for Undeniable. But ladies and gentlemen, other than Undeniable, we do have another mega event. That is Night of Flight, a one-night tournament for the DZW No Limits Championship. And we are ready to announce the remaining participants for the tournament. So let's get that underway. Taking part in the tournament will be the Samoan Death Machine, Ikuma. Representing DIW, Damian Dutch will be taking part in this tournament. Also, representing DZW, Double X will also be taking part in this tournament.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name, well, you see, that's not important right now. What is important is my agenda, my vision. The fact that I've arrived to DZW and I'm here with a closed fist. You see, I've climbed the biggest mountains. I've bathed in the coldest rivers, and I've fought bears bigger than your childhood heroes. But DZW is a whole nother world. I'm here for different reasons than the rest of the boys in the back. I'm not here to make friends. I'm not here to sell t-shirts, but it's not about that. Ladies and gentlemen of the DZW world, I just want to come out to that ring and kick some ass and let you all experience my world. Because my name is Jake Hyde. Yo soy de Rancho, and I come to DZW to bring you all to the greener side of the grass, to give you all something to believe in. Faith in Jake Hyde.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. The remaining 4 participants for the Night of Flight tournament taking place very soon. Jake Hyde, Damian Dutch, Ikuma, and Double X will be in this tournament. But as we switch from No Limits to tag team action, the Fight Hard Syndicate, 2 men who have had 2 opportunities at the DZW Tag Team titles and have failed, but they have one more shot tonight against the Youngbloods to determine the #1 contendership for the DZW Tag Team titles at Undeniable. Last week did not go so well for the Fight Hard Syndicate. They were disqualified against High Impact when they were actually in the middle of their second opportunity for the DZW Tag Team titles. But here's 2 men who have never gotten an opportunity for the DZW Tag Team titles as of yet, and that is the Youngbloods, Adrian Dawkins, Jason Cross. I mean, they have made quite the statement in DZW thus far. A very exciting tag team to watch. But it all started when Adrian Dawkins defeated Tyler Hall in the first edition of Exclusive. And since then, the Youngbloods have felt that by beating the tag team champions, even if it was in singles action, they deserve to have their hat thrown in for an opportunity at the DZW Tag Team titles. Ladies and gentlemen, this match is getting started between Brad Carisco and Jason Cross. And Brad Carisco, again, starting with those nasty hands, those nasty strikes. And looks like there's some new attire for both tag teams. They both look quite well in them. But, ladies and gentlemen, we heard from Jake Hyde earlier. And he's just one of 8 participants in the Night of Flight tournament. The brackets will not be revealed until Night of Flight. So we will find out live with all of you, the viewers. Oh, impressive drop kick from Jason Cross. And, oh, wait a minute. Going for 3 elbows. What an impressive jumping elbow. Series of elbows, actually. Oh, what a standing moonsault. Impressive from Jason Cross. And, oh, wait a minute. Brad Carisco throwing Jason Cross back into the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, I am very excited for these next couple events from DZW. After Night of Flight, we will have 4 titles in DZW. There's an uppercut of the bus driver variation, and Jason Cross, surprisingly enough, getting out of that. I mean, Jason Cross going after the leg of Brett Carisco, and there's a foot DDT. Wait a minute. Oh wait, I thought he was going for it again, but he's actually going for a Boston Crab, a single leg Boston Crab. Leave North in to break it up. Ladies and gentlemen, both these teams won a shot at the DZW Tag Team titles held by High Impact very badly. There's a spinning suplex from Jason Cross, hanging from the ropes was Brad Carisco. Both these men desperately want a shot at the tag team titles. The Fight Hard Syndicate have already failed twice. And time before, I believe, it actually was by pinfall. And, oh, impressive maneuver by Adrian Dawkins and Jason Cross. A senton bomb and a fist drop. And Lee North breaking the count for Brad Carisco and Jason Cross. Or Adrian Dawkins, I should say. And now Lee North sending Adrian Dawkins to the opposite corner. And it was Brad Carisco going for it. Going to the top, exit the second rope. A big elbow drop from Brad Carisco, 2 times knockout promotion middleweight champion. Adrian Dawkins looks to be in trouble. As always, doesn't look good. Oh, Adrian Dawkins' shoulder being driven straight into the post by Brad Carisco. Ladies and gentlemen, this is to determine who will become the #1 contenders for the tag team titles at Undeniable against High Impact. No, wait a minute. Lee North and Brad Carisco with a double back body drop. And the Fight Hard Syndicate look to be in the driver's seat right now as they desperately won a 3rd shot at High Impact. Liam North and Brad Carisco getting disqualified last week. I believe it was Liam North who broke the 5 count. The usual standard 5 count for tag team matches. He was in the ring for a little too long and that cost him and Brad Carisco dearly. But they're looking to prove themselves worthy of tag team title contention once again as they are facing and demolishing the Youngbloods right now. And there's a reverse fireman's carry slam. There's an atomic drop to Adrian Dawkins. Liam North. Clothesline. Oh, what an elbow drop. And another elbow drop. And another clothesline. Liam North is taking it to Adrian Dawkins right now. And wait a minute, Irish whip into the corner. Fire Art Syndicate tag made to Brett Carisco. And what an impressive maneuver. Going for the cover. Impressive teamwork from the Fight Hard Syndicate. And I believe Jason Cross breaking that up at 2. And now Brett Carisco being sent to the opposite corner. There's a running bulldog. And wait a minute. Oh my god. What a flurry of punches. Flurry of punches from Brad Carisco. And oh my god, those hurt. And that big boot might have hurt even more. Going for the cover on Adrian Dawkins. Jason Cross in to break it up. There's an impressive spine buster from Brad Carisco. Brad Carisco, a former boxer, he still trains from time to time, but you know, he decided to try and conquer the call wrestling world with Liam North. He formed the Fight Hard Syndicate not too long ago. And Brad Carisco had lots of hype as a boxer. People were angry of him coming in as Liam North. Single leg Boston Crab on Adrian Dawkins, but Jason Cross again in to break it up. But there was a lot of heat towards Brad Carisco coming in, as people were upset that a boxer would try to come in and outshine the current call wrestlers on the DZW roster, and they thought that Brad Carisco was just going to get spoon-fed straight to the top, and that has been the opposite case, ladies and gentlemen. Brad Carisco has worked hard for what he's gotten thus far, and he has a pretty impressive tag team with Liam North. They're both training partners, actually. And Liam North with another dropkick right to the face of Adrian Dawkins. And an elbow drop landing square on the back of Adrian Dawkins, and now capitalizing on that elbow drop by going for a camel clutch. And now Brad Carisco with some nasty strikes to Jason Cross. Brad Carisco determined to make sure that Jason Cross does not try to break it up again. And wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. We said this before. Impressive powerbomb by Jason Cross. We've seen this before, and Brad Carisco is out for the time being. As Liam North and Adrian Dawkins are still fighting in the ring, Brad Carisco giving a little time to recover. Jason Cross hitting that impressive spinning powerbomb. Oh my goodness, Adrian Dawkins is leveling Liam North with those kicks. There's a full Nelson bomb. The Irish whip. So Adrian Dawkins is going to do. Hey, ducking him again. There's a hip toss. Liam North on the ropes. Oh, leapfrog. Oh, what an impressive strike to Liam North. And we're being sent to the corner. And wait a minute. What's Adrian Dawkins going to do? A power slam. And wait a minute. Wow, impressive. Adrian Dawkins suplexing Jason Cross right onto Liam North. Impressive teamwork for both of these men. Where there's a T-bone suplex. Jason Cross going for the pinfall on Liam North. And Brad Carisco in to break it up. It looks so close for the Young Bloods with Brad Carisco right in to break it up. There's an impressive springboard moonsault. Another springboard moonsault. And wait, Jason Cross knocking Brad Carisco right off the apron. There's a hip toss from Liam North off the distraction by Brad Carisco. And wait a minute, Liam North. I thought I was going for that reverse fireman's carry slam yet again, but Jason Cross fighting out of it with that elbow. And an impressive series of strikes. And there's an elbow job. Jason Cross is going completely aerial on Liam North. And wait a minute. Wait a minute. Sunset flip. And going for the pinfall. 1, 2. And Brad Carisco at the last possible second, breaking it up and saving the match for the Fight Hard Syndicate. I thought that was going to be over right there, but Brad Carisco, again, very quick as a running bulldog. And Jason Cross, what a suplex. Suplex right from the apron. And Adrian Dawkins going right after Brad Carisco. Oh, belly to belly. And Jason Cross has been in complete control of Liam North thus far. And Liam North, just as I say that, Liam North dumping Jason Cross to the outside of the ring. As Liam North looking to win this matchup by countout. And wait a minute, Jason Cross! Impressive springboard maneuver from Jason Cross. And now Jason Cross, what's he looking to do? Oh, making an attack again to Adrian Dawkins. Impressive teamwork we've seen in this match from both teams. There's an elbow drop, elbow, and there's a spinning fist and the senton bomb combo. Ladies and gentlemen, it's so impressive, I don't even know what I'm saying. This is a boot right to Brad Carisco. And wait a minute. Adrian Dawkins, what's he going to do? Oh, throwing Liam North right back into the ring. Oh, what a spinning sidekick. Not a spinning sidekick, but a sidekick nonetheless. And again, tag being made. And wait a minute. Oh my God, what an impressive maneuver. A powerbomb and senton combination. Going for the cover. We may see new #1 contenders and Brad Carisco in to break it up. There's a kick right to the gut of Jason Cross. Brad Carisco has been the savior of this matchup for the Fight Hard Syndicate. And now Brad Carisco with a spine buster maneuver. Spine buster like maneuver, actually. And now Brad Carisco going for the pin on Jason Cross. Jason Cross is out. And ladies and gentlemen, what a tag team match this has been. And wait a minute. What's Jason Cross doing? And wait a minute. Butterfly suplex. A butterfly side slam. And there's a T-bone suplex. Going for the cover. Liam North and Adrian Dawkins are on the outside of the ring. And Liam North so close, but the Young Bloods have gotten the victory in this match. And they will be going to Undeniable to face High Impact for the DZW Tag Team titles. Ladies and gentlemen, what an impressive match from these men. And just, what an effort. You can't knock Fight Hard Syndicate for lack of trying. But for the third time in a row, they squandered an opportunity for the DZW Tag Team titles. But the Young Bloods are going straight to Undeniable. And we'll be right back after this commercial break.
One is a fighting champion without an ounce of quit.
Jamie Emo, your URWL champion.
The other, a traditionalist revolutionary with a desire to restore legitimacy.
Because I create respect.
Two combustible elements. Two accomplished warriors of the squared circle. Two souls driven by destiny.
I want this opportunity.
Lead the revolution.
The leader of legitimate wrestling, Corey Jones, meets URWL champion Jamie Emo for the very first time, one-on-one, live and underneath the lights at CAW Destiny 6.
What was that out there? What did I just see? Because what I saw was two talented wrestlers lose again. You guys got the tag title shot. Okay, that's all fine and dandy. But you didn't make nothing of it. You got two opportunities at the tag titles and you didn't get the job done. And on top of that, you had a number one contenders match this week. You had a third chance to get yourself around the tag team titles and you didn't do it. What's going on here? Liam, you're a very talented wrestler, very technical, kicks, submissions, you name it, you are one of the most technical guys in this locker room. And Brad, for God's sakes, you're a two-time Knockout Promotions middleweight champion. I've seen you hit men and knock them out with less than 10 punches. What's going on here? Actually, I know. It's because you two don't have direction. You two don't have guidance. And this is where I can come in. You know me, the man behind the premier athlete, Julius Jones. And you see Julius Jones on YouTube winning matches, meeting AJ Young in person. AJ Young flew out to meet him to negotiate his contract. You see Julius Jones on magazines all over, but I can do the same for you two. All you need to do is let me guide you, and I can show you the path to the tag team championships. Think about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, an interesting situation developing backstage. Carter Garrett offering his services to the Fight Hard Syndicate. Said he would give them time to think about it. But as we transition from tag team action to singles action, here comes Phoenix, as he will be taking on Kenshin Takahashi in our first of two singles matches on this edition of Attitude. Again, interesting situation developing. The Young Bloods, of course, getting the tag team title shot against High Impact at Undeniable. The Fight Hard Syndicate for the third straight time not being able to get the job done and get an opportunity for the tag team titles. But Carter Garrett looking to give them a way out, looking to give them a solution. It looks like Carter Garrett is trying to add to his clientele by recruiting the Fight Hard Syndicate. And he's basically telling them to get their act together. But again, Phoenix looks ready for competition against Kenshin Takahashi. And just announced, actually, clip review matches have been announced for both of these men. Phoenix will be taking on Brett Fortune, the man who's been a thorn in his side for weeks. And this man, Kenshin Takahashi, will be facing the Machine Gun Josh Mason on an exclusive edition, a special exclusive, undeniable edition. He'll be facing the Machine Gun Josh Mason, and what a big match. I can't wait to see these two face off again. Kenshin Takahashi looking ready for competition, coming off of a loss in a triple threat match last week against Jacob Bates and Josh Mason. If I remember correctly, he was not the man involved in the deciding pinfall, but nonetheless, he's ready for competition against Phoenix. And I wonder how will these men deal knowing they have such big matches just recently announced for Undeniable. I mean, on the kickoff exclusive edition, Kenshin Takahashi's in action, and Phoenix will be going up against that big powerhouse, Brett Fortune. No, wait a minute. Impressive series of grappling maneuvers from both men. And now the strikes begin, and Phoenix is just punching away at Kenshin Takahashi. There's a boot. Anyway, Phoenix going for a full Nelson on Kenshin Takahashi. Takahashi trying to fight out of it. And wait a minute. Will he do it? And what's strange against Takahashi breaking the full Nelson maneuver and has responded with a boot from Phoenix. Oh, Phoenix with a stiff left arm clothesline coming right out of the corner. No, wait. There's a neck breaker from Phoenix. Both of these men have not been happy in recent weeks with their current rivals. It all started for Kenshin Takahashi when Josh Mason lost to Kenshin Takahashi at not undeniable, but at Awaken. I mean, it was caught by surprise. And Josh Mason ever since then has been the victim of a series of roll-up losses, continuing with Akuma the following week. But after that match with Kenshin Takahashi at Awaken, Josh Mason decided to be a sore loser and assault Kenshin Takahashi backstage. Takahashi's wanted revenge ever since. And he will finally get it on exclusive at Undeniable. Oh, Kenshin Takahashi, impressive dropkick, sending Phoenix out of the ring. And oh wait, impressive maneuver, Kenshin Takahashi, we've seen that before. That spinning wheel kick on the top rope. You know, wait, Phoenix. Oh my goodness. Kenshin Takahashi sent right into the steel steps by Phoenix. And now Phoenix looks to be in control. But yes, Kenshin Takahashi, Josh Mason have had quite the rivalry. And Phoenix and Brett Fortune have had quite the rivalry in recent weeks too. It seems that every time that Phoenix wants to inflict punishment, unnecessary punishment might I add, on one of his opponents or just anybody, and now Phoenix going for a Northern Light suplex on Takahashi, will they get the job done? And no. Anytime that Phoenix wants to inflict punishment on somebody, Brett Fortune has been basically the knight in shining armor, and Phoenix has taken offense to that. But we will now see them take on each other. Phoenix will have the chance to take out his aggressions on Brett Fortune at Undeniable, but it is no easy feat to take out your aggressions on a man as big as Brett Fortune. And now Phoenix going for the pin on Kenshin Takahashi, and Takahashi out of it. Impressive hip toss. And not only will those two matches be occurring at Undeniable, we just recently found out as Phoenix is going for a triangle choke on Takahashi that we will see Brian Moxley, DZW's new signee, taking on Devin Storm at Undeniable. And I, for one, cannot wait to see Devin Storm get his hands on Brian Moxley. But the question is, where is Devin Storm? We have not seen him since the 11th edition of Attitude, when Brian Moxley savagely attacked him. You know, Kenshin Takahashi, impressive neckbreaker maneuver. But I cannot wait to see those two finally collide at Undeniable. Oh, spinning, not spinning anything. There's been so many spins and turns tonight that I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Oh, impressive striking combo from Takahashi, and Phoenix is dazed. And wait a minute! Wrist lock lariat from Kenshin Takahashi, going for the pinfall. And Phoenix out at 2. Wait, Phoenix sent into the corner. And wait, Phoenix, what's Takahashi gonna do? Wow, what an impressive maneuver. Arm drag with a lot of theatrics now. Kenshin Takahashi going for a body press from the top rope. And he's gonna go for another one. Going for another one on Phoenix. And again, another neck breaker. What's Takahashi gonna do? No, wait a minute. Oh, what a Saito suplex. Now both these men trading punches in the middle of the ring. Takahashi and Phoenix just brawling with each other. Trading punch after punch after punch after punch. And now Phoenix punching at Takahashi again. And ladies and gentlemen, it's been a punching flurry. And these two are just going at it like crazy. And wait a minute. Wait, what's Josh Mason doing here? Oh, now Josh Mason and Phoenix with double teaming Takahashi. And of course, that will result in a disqualification victory for Kenshin Takahashi. Josh Mason sticking his nose where it doesn't belong as he has interfered in this matchup. And now Josh Mason, Kenshin Takahashi laid out, wait a minute, Josh Mason sliding the chair into the ring. Oh no, please, this isn't even warranted. And oh man, here comes Brett Fortune to save the day again. Now Kenshin Takahashi using that opportunity to slide out of that chair. And wait a minute, Brett Fortune punching Josh Mason. And now wait a minute, says Josh Mason flying from the ring. Josh Mason said flying from the ring. And wait a minute, Brett Fortune gets speared by Phoenix off of that momentary distraction. That momentary distraction might have cost Brett Fortune. And ladies and gentlemen, pandemonium going on between these men. But I'm being told that we will have to hear from Steve Maverick yet again.
Hello, Steve Maverick once again. Seems like my promos are a little bit too controversial to the people that are watching at home and to the board of directors that are in this company, but you know what? Fuck you, they're still going to happen. No matter how controversial they are, because I don't give a fuck. That's just the way it is. The truth has to be revealed, like I always say. Now let's get on to the point, shall we? I want to compare DZW to Area 51. You know what Area 51 is? Well, it's a certain military base, if you will, in southern Nevada that we don't know anything about. Nothing. We don't really know much about it. They keep saying there's a lot of, how you would say, alien aircraft there or military weapons that are under construction, but we don't know what's really there. But guess what? Your tax dollars are going into this unknown entity. Well, I'm sorry. The money that I make has to go towards something that I don't even know what it's going towards? For all I know, you could be creating bombs that are going to wipe us out. So I'm basically, in hindsight, paying for something that could kill me. It's kind of the same way I feel about DZW. They don't want you to know what really happens backstage. You want to know why they don't want you to know what happens backstage? Because then they'll be exposed for the frauds that they are. I have a big problem with a lot of these people on the roster, because these wrestlers, as you so call them, they're a bunch of, how you would say, interchangeables. You can never tell which one is which because they all are the same. Me, on the other hand, I just walk around with a damn camera and go ahead and tell you my opinions, as well as expose the truth. You see, the government is sort of like this place, and that's why I'm here. I like to start out small. I like to start out in areas that are kind of similar to the government. The government hides things from you so that you don't know what's going on, but they'll take whatever money that you have in your bank account to pay off for these mystery projects that they are working on, that when it's finally revealed, then you realize that it was not even beneficial to you in the first place. DZW, same thing. They're trying to invest on people that you don't care about. Well, now you have somebody to care about. That'd be me, Steve Maverick. I'm the man who tells the truth and will expose the truth, and not only that, I will fight to death to make that truth revealed. That's how I roll. And that's how I am going to roll when I come in. But see, I'm going to do it in the same exact fashion that the government and that DZW likes to do it. I'm going to do it unannounced, and you will not know when it's coming. You won't. You will not know when it's coming. It could be on the next episode. It could be tonight, for all you know. The point is I can come at any time. And I think that all of you are not ready for me. But that's how I want it to be. I don't want you to be ready for me when I come. Because then when you're not ready and I hit that pipe bomb, then all of you be like, what the fuck is going on? Especially the boss. The boss. I don't like the boss because he perpetuates all this conspiracy, as you want to call it, AJ Young, if I can call you that. You represent everything that is wrong with CAW. You represent everything that is wrong with society, and you are basically a hand-picked tool for the government to run everything. You see, the government can't just stay out of everybody's business. Now they got to get into even the fun stuff like CAW, and you are one of the spokespersons for it. That's all you do. You stand around, you politic everything that you want because that's how you have it designed in your mind. Instead of letting the fans decide who they like or the people that actually can win and give the opportunities to. You don't want to do that. You just want to please your own agenda. Sounds like the government. Get ready, AJ, because I'll be coming sometime soon when you don't expect it. I am Steve Maverick, and the truth will be revealed.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Devin Storm's music, but I don't think this is unusual for Devin Storm. Wait a minute, I can't even see right now. Our cameras are getting a closer look. And oh, wait a minute. There's that sick psychopath, Brian Moxley, coming out to Devin Storm's music for whatever reason. And oh my god, look at this fire display. This man is walking through fire right now. This man is very unusual, very deranged, very, very disturbed. Brian Moxley has yet to explain the history between him and Devin Storm, but all we know is that Devin Storm allegedly wronged Brian Moxley in the past, but this sick psychopath is absolutely out of control, and I fear for Matt Shock here tonight. Matt Shock looking to defeat Brian Moxley, and I hope to God he does. This man needs help. Coming out to Devin Storm's music, and apparently Devin Storm and Brian Moxley are no strangers to each other, but again, we have yet to see Devin Storm. Brian Moxley getting what he wanted, a match against Devin Storm are undeniable, but Devin Storm has been ghost since the 11th edition of Attitude. Brian Moxley debuting in action on Attitude, and so is Matt Shock. And Matt Shock's recent match, ironically, was against Devin Storm. Matt Shock at the end of the match shaking hands with Devin Storm, albeit it was a loss on the part of Matt Shock. But Matt Shock and Devin Storm have shown respect to each other, and that's what it's all about. Brian Moxley has no respect for any individual. As the match gets underway. And wait, Brian Moxley going right after Matt Shock. What is going on? Brian Moxley going directly after Matt Shock, and I did not expect this right out the bat. And Brian Moxley just non-stop pursuing Matt Shock. You have to wonder if maybe he took offense to Matt Shock shaking hands with Devin Storm at the end of his match at Awaken. Brian Moxley does not consider Devin Storm to be a man to be respected at all. Why, we do not know as of yet. But this is absolutely unnecessary. Brian Moxley just showing just crazy aggression to Matt Shock as he's punching him relentlessly. The referee's at a 5 count. And Brian Moxley just brutally assaulting Matt Shock. And oh my god! Brian Moxley sending Matt Shock right over the steel steps. And now just smashing him to the barricade once again. And again, relentless with punches. Punch after punch after punch. And so this is craziness. Brian Moxley needs help. This is just unnecessary. I mean, I understand aggression. I understand that he's, deranged. But this is just... Oh, wait a minute. Matt Shock. Caught Brian Moxley. That's a backbreaker. Matt Shock showing signs of life. Matt Shock showing signs of, revival. As he's going for a suplex on Brian Moxley. Now going for the cover. 1, 2. And Brian Moxley out almost immediately after 2. Now Matt Shock with some chops. No, wait a minute. Brian Moxley landing throat first on the top rope. There's an elbow drop. Impressive from Matt Shock. You know, wait a minute. Oh, Matt Shock with a clothesline sending Brian Moxley right to the outside. And Matt Shock's about to do something very dangerous. Going for an elbow to the outside of the ring, and oh my goodness! Brian Moxley moving out of the way as Matt Shock lands back first on the floor. And that has to hurt. And Brian Moxley, just like that, is back in control. Brian Moxley relentless in his assault of Matt Shock. No, wait a minute. Oh, there's a knee right to the face. As the majority of this match has been spent on the outside. There's a neck breaker. Matt Shock is in a very, very bad predicament. And oh, wait a minute. Impressive maneuver from Brian Moxley, but Matt Shock is completely out of it. There's a well-placed elbow to the head. And oh, what a maneuver from Brian Moxley. But this match needs to get back into the ring soon, as the referee is already at an 11 count and right about at 12. Referee's at 13. Brian Moxley sending Matt Shock back into the ring. Brian Moxley has 6 seconds to break the count. And wait a minute. What's Brian Moxley doing? Now wait a minute. Matt Shock fighting back. Brian Moxley brought a chair into the ring. Oh, wait a minute. This does not look good. This does not look good for Matt Shock. This is just completely unnecessary. And wait a minute. Oh my God! Matt Shock being sent head first into the steel chair by Brian Moxley. Anyway, Brian Moxley goes outside here again. Oh, he has another chair. No, please don't do this. And wait, Brian Moxley hitting Matt Shock with the chair, virtually getting himself disqualified. And ladies and gentlemen, we may need help from Matt Shock. This is a completely unnecessary beatdown. And Brian Moxley standing in the ring. Wait a minute. Wait, there's Devin Storm. Devin Storm is out on the ramp.
Well, huh? Our DZW universe. Are you all confused? Are you all scratching your heads at what you just saw? When you came to the arena tonight, like the puppets you are, you sat in your chairs and you bought your fast food products. And then Storm's music hit, and you all went ecstatic, didn't you? You all got up and you went crazy. And then you all paused for a second, because I showed up instead. I came out from behind that curtain, went to that ring, and competed in my match. And you all were confused. You all felt betrayed, didn't you? As you were left on the sidewalk like a sad little puppy dog. You all felt like how I felt from Storm. And lucky for me, Mr. Crack, being the nice man that he is, has granted me my match. Because Storm is afraid to do it himself. And why is that? Well, like I said last time, the countdown clock began. And when I first said it, we were at 12 o'clock. Well, we're at 6 o'clock now. The clock is continuing to count down to when I finally reveal the truth behind Mr. Storm and myself. The truth behind the traitor he is. And the reason I'm not all there anymore. Because of what he has done to me. I came out tonight with his music, and you all felt betrayed. I felt betrayed. I felt duped by a man I once called my brother. But that story needs to be saved for another day, because the clock keeps ticking. Tick-tock, 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 tick-tock. And we're getting closer to the end of my story, because eventually the alarm will go off on the clock. The bell will ring. Bring! And we will all finally know the truth. To that man up there on the right. The man right there who won't say a word. The man who will stare down right now into my eyes. He won't say a word because he knows the truth. All of you follow the false prophet in Devil's Storm. Get on my side. Join me in the destruction of your false idols. Because that man up there that you thought came out, but I came out instead, is the man that you follow and believe is a good man. But what's the deal, Storm? You don't want to fight me because you know what you did wrong. And all of these people here will know of it. They will know of your betrayal to me. Because one day, very soon, I will sprinkle my dust, and everyone here will fall asleep under my words and my trance. They will be hypnotized to the truth behind your actions, Storm. So be ready, because that's undeniable. Not only do they get to know the truth, but I get to put you to sleep in eternal resting ground.
Ladies and gentlemen, this man is absolutely sick. This man is absolutely 100% deranged. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't even know how this man is allowed to walk the earth with words like that. But nonetheless, Devin Storm not responding at all to Brian Moxley's comments. This is just... I don't understand what the story is between these two. I hope to find out soon, along with you, the DZW viewers. But these two will be facing each other at Undeniable. And Mad Shock getting help to the back. And as you see, AJ Young and Lance Alaster discussing strategy for our Attitude main event. They're talking over things for this tag team match. And John Stevens and Michael Stone doing the same. Ladies and gentlemen, we will take our final commercial break. We'll be right back for this main event.
It is a house in New Orleans, and they call it the rising sun, and it's been the ruin of many a poor boy and guy. I know I'm one.
Hey, Body Boys! What's good in the hood? My name is Scrap Boogie. I'm one of the hottest and coolest new signees here in Danger Zone Wrestling. I'm throwing a party downstairs right now. I just came upstairs really quick, just take a little 2-minute break just to cut this little vignette for you guys. You know how you bitches downstairs are wanting to dance with me? And I'd be like, yo, bitches, I'm busy right now, so just fuck off. That's right. I tell all the motherfuck calls. I put the names down on the list. The wait list, bitches. You heard me? So DZW. Again, my name is Scrap Boogie. I'm here to party, and I'm here to whip that ass. I have an old saying. Don't eat a lemon, eat a pizza.
But ladies and gentlemen, Scrap Boogie will be making his debut, his much anticipated debut at Undeniable. But right now, we have our main event tag team action between this man, Michael Stone, Shawn Stevens, Lance Alaster, and the All-Star Champion, as well as the DZW Champion, AJ Young. And Michael Stone had an impressive main event matchup against AJ Young last week, but Lance Alaster, of course, being the deciding factor in that matchup, costing Michael Stone a match for the second time. Every time Michael Stone has been in a big match situation, Lance Alaster has been there to screw him over time after time. And Michael Stone looking for retribution here tonight. We might get a preview to Undeniable as he'll be teaming with this man, the #1 contender for the DZW Championship, Shawn Stevens. And Shawn Stevens last week was the last man standing on Attitude. I mean, we were told that he was not going to be in attendance last week by J-Crack because of the hellacious 11th edition of Attitude that Shawn Stevens went through with Kobe Vincent, Ryan Carroll, and Sean Walsh, as well as the heinous attack by AJ Young. Shawn Stevens was given the week off by our head director, J-Crack, but Shawn Stevens deciding not to take that week off, and as AJ Young was celebrating, he blasted him with the DZW Championship. And you know AJ Young has to be sore after that, has to have a bit of a black heart towards Shawn Stevens after that attack. But two personal rivalries will come to a head tonight and will come to a head at Undeniable. And this man has been making waves lately, and not for the best reasons. He's been basically screwing over Michael Stone every chance that he gets. And Lance Alaster, keep in mind, Lance Alaster has yet to explain why he's been screwing over Michael Stone. When he got the chance to explain on Attitude 11, Michael Stone was right behind him and super kicked him to oblivion. Lance Alaster responded the next week, of course, by costing Michael Stone his matchup against AJ Young. And now he finds himself in tag team action with the DZW Champion. And Lance Alaster, I mean, he took a little break, but he was back by Awaken, and he might have thrown himself right back into the spotlight by targeting Michael Stone. But I really hope to get an explanation from Lance Alaster as to why he's been targeting Michael Stone. As all of you, there's a lot of questions going into Undeniable, but this is just absolute. Oh, I cannot wait for the tag team match. I cannot wait to see these four get their hands on each other. And an interesting thing to note, out of these four men in this tag team matchup, only Lance Alaster will be in his first main event of Attitude. These other three men know what it's like to main event in addition of Attitude. Michael Stone main eventing last week with AJ Young. AJ Young's been in the main event of Attitude multiple times, and so has Shawn Stevens. AJ Young looking for revenge this week after being blasted in a revenge attack by Shawn Stevens last week. AJ Young, things have not been going so well for AJ Young lately. Losing his power to J-Crack, and now he's facing Shawn Stevens, his most bitter rival up until this point, in a steel cage match. And ladies and gentlemen, this man will be taking part in quite possibly the most anticipated matchup in Danger Zone wrestling history up until this point. Shawn Stevens, AJ Young locking it up inside a steel cage for that title that AJ Young is wearing around his waist. Now AJ Young walking into the ring, he knows he's in hostile territory, as neither Stone nor Stevens have taken a liking to AJ Young. It was because of Lance Alaster that Young picked up the victory against Michael Stone last week. And the history between AJ Young and Sean Stevens is virtually self-explanatory. But this match is underway. And wait, Michael Stone running right for Lance Alaster. Alaster taking the coward's way out, making the tag to AJ Young. And this is a review, perhaps, of the main event that we saw last week. An impressive effort from Michael Stone, but of course, Lance Alaster could not get the job done against the DZW Champion. There's a super kick from AJ Young. There's a belly-to-belly suplex. Last week's Attitude not only saw Sean Stevens assaulting AJ Young with the DZW Championship, but Michael Stone and Lance Alaster had quite the fight to the back as well. As now AJ Young is in complete control right now. And wait a minute, we've seen this before. He's going for that signature elbow. And he hits it. AJ Young quite the showman, as well as Michael Stone. Going for the cover on Michael Stone. Michael Stone out of 2. And wait a minute. Oh, Michael Stone, what a kick to the chest of AJ Young. And the tag is into Sean Stevens. The tag is into Sean Stevens, and he's been waiting a long time to get his hands on AJ Young. The last time these two were in a ring together, I believe, was when Sean Stevens lost the DZW Championship to AJ Young. Since then, these two have not been in a ring against each other up until now. And wait a minute, AJ Young. Oh, there's a sunset flip powerbomb to the outside. But AJ Young will not be able to pull off that move at Undeniable. Because they'll be locked inside a 15-foot high steel cage. And Sean Stevens missing the mark on that clothesline. And wait, AJ Young and Sean Stevens throwing strikes back and forth, and Sean Stevens with the spinning elbow. And wait, AJ Young being sent into enemy territory as the tag is being made to Michael Stone. Axe handle to the arm of AJ Young. And these two had an amazing match last week. Atomic drop from Stone. Backbreaker from Stone. Michael Stone has to be one of the most angry men in DZW right now. It's time after time. Lance Alaster being there when he's one of the least. Now Michael Stone go for a sunset flip. Cover to Alaster and to break it up. Oh, what a Pele kick. Interesting Pele kick from Michael Stone. And there's a thumb to the eye. Michael Stone going for AJ Young, and AJ Young responding with the thumb to the eye. There's a drop kick. It's undeniable. Very, very stacked. And now, wait a minute. AJ Young and Lance Alaster showing some teamwork. There's a drop toe and elbow drop. And wait a minute. Lance Alaster. Impressive maneuver, pulling back on the arms of Michael Stone. No, wait, Michael Stone fighting back. But Lance Alaster has him right there. Has a neck breaker. Going for the cover on Michael Stone as Lance Alaster. Sean Stevens making a beeline for Lance Alaster, breaking up the pin. This will be our this is our third tag team match of this edition of Attitude. 6-man tag action earlier tonight. Tag action for the #1 contendership for the DZW tag team titles. Oh, wait, what's Lance Alaster doing? And, wait a minute, pulling on the hair of Michael Stone. And Lance Alaster is really proud of himself. Lance Alaster, ironically, Lance Alaster coming in when Michael Stone was already, beaten and, dazed. But when Michael Stone was fresh, Lance Alaster wanted no part of him. There's an axe handle. Lance Alaster throwing punches. What's he going for now? And wait a minute, this isn't right. AJ Young dipping Michael Stone right to the outside, and oh my goodness! AJ Young, impressive springboard maneuver. AJ Young running away from Shawn Stevens, wanting no part of Shawn Stevens. And Shawn Stevens fighting with Lance Alaster now. Now Lance Alaster being sent right back into the ring. Now wait a minute. Oh! What a shot from Lance Alaster, and AJ Young making the tag in. AJ Young tagging himself in to the disturbance of Lance Alaster. Oh, that's a super kick. Michael Stone does not look to be in great shape right now, as AJ Young and Lance Alaster have been in control for most of this matchup. And now, wait a minute. AJ Young going for a figure 4 leg lock, it looks like, and it is, as Shawn Stevens breaking it up almost immediately. And now going for the arm of Michael Stone. Just AJ Young and Lance Alaster gradually picking Michael Stone apart. Now AJ Young going for another submission. This time pulling back on the face of Michael Stone. And oh, wait a minute. AJ Young, butterfly suplex. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, impressive combination from AJ Young. Alright, what's he doing now? Irish whipping. Oh, what a side slam. Lance Alaster tagging AJ Young. Must be some double team action here. That's a double knees to the gut of Michael Stone. No, wait a minute. Oh my goodness. Vicious neck breaker from Lance Alaster. Will it get the job done here? Going for the cover, and Shawn Stevens end up break it up at the last possible second. I think the match would have had a different result had it not been for Shawn Stevens. And Shawn Stevens freeing the beast on Lance Alaster. And, oh, wait a minute. AJ Young intervening, breaking up that move. Anyway, AJ Young again making the tag into Lance Alaster at an unwarranted time. But whatever, Lance Alaster getting out of dodge of Michael Stone. And Michael Stone with a clothesline to AJ Young. Oh, and there's yet another super kick from AJ Young. And now tagging Lance Alaster in again. Michael Stone has been in there for the duration of this matchup. It's just getting manhandled by Lance Alaster and AJ Young. Shawn Stevens is on the outside looking in, ladies and gentlemen. And oh, wait a minute. Michael Stone kicking back at Lance Alaster. And there's a missile drop kick. And oh, wait a minute. Michael Stone making the tag to Shawn Stevens. And oh boy, this is trouble. Takes out Lance Alaster. And wait a minute. Takes out AJ Young on the apron. And now Shawn Stevens with just this impressive, crazy, fast-paced offense. And there's a Shawn Stevens super kick. There's a moonsault going for the cover on Lance Alaster. 1, 2, AJ Young breaking it up at the last second. Oh, wait a minute. Shawn Stevens drop kicking Lance Alaster and sending him flying. Wait, he's about to do the same thing to AJ Young, knocking both men off of the apron. And oh, wait a minute! Aaron Stevens to the outside, and now he's taking out AJ Young. Shawn Stevens giving Michael Stone a break. Shawn Stevens just unleashing offense on both of these men. And oh wait, Lance Alaster rolling out of the way, and now he's in control of Shawn Stevens. After that shot to the throat. And oh wait, Lance Alaster trying to choke Shawn Stevens. That's not even necessary. Oh wait, Lance Alaster going to the top. Michael Stone with the chop, but wait a minute. Doesn't tell the referee to get out of the way. And oh, wait a minute. What's Michael Stone planning on doing? Oh, wait a minute. Lance Alaster in a bad position for a superplex. Superplex of Lance Alaster. There's a belly back suplex. Springboard moonsault from Shawn Stevens. Oh, went right after AJ Young. And oh, wait a minute. Now, Shawn Stevens going right after AJ Young. AJ Young down and out on the outside. And wait a minute. But Lance Alaster, off that momentary distraction, is now in control again. And oh, wait a minute. Flip pile driver. Flip pile driver. Ladies and gentlemen, this may be it. Going for the cover. Oh, wait, but Shawn Stevens had the ropes. And thank goodness for that, because that match would have definitely been over. Well, Lance Alaster frustrated, responding with a big boot. Not many men can get out of a flip pile driver. But wait a minute! Shawn Stevens with the Fisherman Buster. And Michael Stone taking care of AJ Young on the outside of the ring. And oh, wait a minute. Shawn Stevens about to lock in. Sharpshooter! Sharpshooter to Lance Alaster. AJ Young running back in. But he is 1 second too late as Shawn Stevens forces Lance Alaster to tap out. And ladies and gentlemen, Shawn Stevens and Michael Stone are your victors in this matchup. Impressive tag team action in our main event here tonight. But Michael Stone and Shawn Stevens are now in the driver's seat for their matches at Undeniable. Shawn Stevens looking to take the title off of AJ Young and the tyranny and the ruthless streak of AJ Young. Michael Stone looking to get revenge against Lance Alaster for costing him opportunity after opportunity. And what a match, what a main event, ladies and gentlemen. As Shawn Stevens now walking to the back. And oh, AJ Young is tossing in the middle of the ring. Wait a minute, Shawn Stevens running right for AJ Young. And ladies and gentlemen, a brawl is erupting between these two men. You had to expect this to happen. You had to expect this to happen. There's absolute pandemonium going on as both of these men trading strikes. Wait a minute. The cage is lowering. The cage is lowering, ladies and gentlemen. We are running out of time for DZW. This will be the scene for Undeniable. No escape. Both these men fighting for the DZW Championship in a steel cage. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been an attitude full of big announcements, twists, and turns. But I am Antoine Princeton. As this pandemonium is continuing between Shawn Stevens and AJ Young, I must sign out as we are running out of time. I am Antoine Princeton, and I am signing out. I will see you at Night of Flight and Undeniable.